Hello, this is ICR Tiger from thetradingtigers.com. Today, the 23rd of May 2014, we're going to be looking at the FX pairs on the 1 hour chart using the Ichimoku strategy. Okay, before we start, please, like always, go through the disclaimer, stop and pause and read at your own leisure, as well as the hypothetical performance. Okay, let's kick it off and let's look at some charts. Okay, so we start now with the euro dollar. And this is just giving any potential opportunity for possible trades. Right now I can see everything looking pretty bearish to me. Future Kumo, current Kumo, past Kumo are all bearish. And it's the Senekau A and B, Senekau, the Kumo here is all bearish within. Here you can see it's pointing downwards. Baseline is flatlining. And that's the Kijun-sen, and that is the Tenkan-sen being yellow and the Shikao being in blue. So to recap again, the bearish Kumo is red, the bullish Kumo is bluish, greenish, the Shikao is this blue line, the Tenkan-sen is the yellow line, which is the trigger line, the base line which is the Kijun-sen is red. So right now, we can see everything is kind of bearish. We would like to see this pointing downwards, but it's not. But anyhow, probably if we take a low from here, then perhaps it may be turning that way. Let's put it on the bid price. We'll put an entry of 20 lots at sell the market, 20 lots, stop, and we can just put it just there. That's right. We'll put it as a day, as today is the Friday, of course. We don't want to have any trades being kicked in on the Monday, on the over the weekend. And we'll put our stop loss just above the Kumo. We put it already on the ask price, so we're going to put our stop loss just here. That's 41 points, and then let's mark everything off. Let's mark everything up and put that on that. Sorry, that should be red. Red for stop, green for go. Stop. And let's put that one on the ask price. We're looking for that low, that's what we're looking for. And let's just entry. Here we go. Right. Okay, fine. Let's move to the next pair. Aussie, Euro Aussie. Everything's in the Kumo right now. Shikao's in the Kumo. Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen are out the Kumo. We can see a bit of a break here for bearish. But how long will that be? We'd like to see a little bit more. So I'm going to leave that for now. Here right now, okay, fine, it's looking quite bearish to me. I'm quite happy to take a low on this, so let me mark that up for you traders. So we'll put a low at the low of this thing, this spike here, and we're thinking it's going to kick in around that area, so let's mark that up. And remember, green is always for go and red is for stop, and we're going to put our stop. We'll put a trade in there, and we're going to sell, sell 20 lots, stop loss. We'll put it down here. We'll put it on the day, of course, and then we'll put our stop loss. Let's just make that on the ask price. And now put the stop loss just at this high. Yeah, put that at that high there. And that's 72 points. Okay, just let's run through again what we've done. We put an entry at 1.4856, and the stop loss is at 1.4929. Okay, so that's that. And okay, fine. Next trade, euro pound. Euro pound, what's happening there? Are we still in the trade? Yes, we're still in the trade, which we entered at 0.8143. We're in profit. We're currently in the trade for free. Our stop loss is being moved down, and we can guarantee our stop loss, guaranteed our trade to be in for 24 points. Let's just bring it all the way down to the Fujiu-sen. So let's just capture as much as profit as we can, and that can turn grey. In fact, that's where we originally had our stop loss, but I like to keep those in play because later on we can kind of look at it and analyze accordingly. Okay, and put that on red. Stop. Put that there, and I'll tell you exactly. We're guaranteeing ourselves to get 42 points, and there's still more movement downwards. Okay, Euro Japanese yen, let's have a look at that. It's kicking off there. We can see a possible break from the Kumo, but the Shikao is deep in under the prices. What we can do, we can actually put a marker later on. In fact, what we'll do, we'll take this marker and put it up this high here, and take this down, and we can mark it off at this low. So that's where we're going to put any stop if it does occur, which ain't going to happen today. Next one is the US Japanese yen. Our entry at 101.763. We're currently 8.6 pips in the loss. We can't move our stop loss. Still going to wait to see some movement up accordingly. So let's move to the next chart. US Swiss franc. We've got a future entry at 0.8953 with a stop at 0.8930. So still potential for long side upside movement, so we'll have to leave that for now, to be honest to tell you. So wait to come back to be triggered in any potential trade. US CAD, what are we looking for there? We're in a losing trade. Entry at 1.0910 and stop loss at 1.0881. You can see the market's going to move down. As you can see, market's going to move down at some stage, could be going to kick us out of the trade. So I'm going to actually manually come out this trade because you can see everything's heading south, and we would have been stopped out anyhow. So we're closing that trade now. So we're out that trade, and we've got to start looking for some short trades thereafter, because by the time this is kicked in, price and everything will be shifted over there. Okay, fine. Let's move out a pound Aussie, where our entry, which was here at 1.8020, we're in the trade currently now for free. That's right, and we've moved our stop loss all the way up here. So what I'm tempted to do, I'm actually tempted to get rid of this other trade which we've got. Let's get rid of that. So we've cancelled that trade, and the stop loss initially we're in the trade for 99 points risk. Now we're in the trade guaranteed for 127. We could take that all the way to the top to be virtually stopped out. Let's just do some house cleaning while we're there as well. Yeah, let's just take it all the way to the top. So if we are stopped out, we are stopped out, and so be it. In fact, really, probably would be a good opportunity just to come out the trade totally. Let's just do that, just to keep our profits in play. Yeah, we'll close that trade down. move to the next trade. Right, move to the next trade possibly. It's kicking off here. Right, okay, fine. We're looking for an entry at that particular level. So what I have to do, I have to clear up all these other points. Yep, so we'll just have to wait for this Chicago to push up, and that's also going to push things up, but we can see things are looking a bit bearish on this part of this twist here. So price probably will come down and then go back up again. So we'll just be waiting, hanging on for that then. And probably what we'll do, we'll cancel this trade. Right, so this trade has been cancelled. Let's go to the pound Japanese yen. Pound Japanese yen, we've entered at 171.615, and we're currently in a losing trade of 10 pips. But I'm still quite confident for price to push up. Chicago is below its corresponding candle. It should be pushing up shortly and start to take that whole trade upwards. Aussie US bearish, as we can see. Things are looking pretty bearish. Our trade at 0.9238 and stop loss at 0.92940. We can actually bring it down a bit if necessary. That probably would be better. It's not going to keep us out the trade, tell you the truth, but there could be an opportunity for price to push up and stop us out. But that's the nature of this kind of business that we're in. The main thing is better to be out of a trade than to be in a losing trade. Yeah, better to be out of with a small risk lost rather than a trade. And we'll take this one. See, we started our initial stop loss here, as you can see. And there we go. So this was grayed out. So you can see our initial stop loss was 119 points, and now we brought it down to risk of 13 pips, sorry. New Zealand Japanese yen, once again, where we had been stopped out, that's right, been stopped out that trade. Not a problem, but main thing is we have reduced our risk from here to here. So that's the main thing. Let's just clear all this up. And we've got a twist kind of emergence over here. Kind of expect to push price up. Aussie Japanese yen. Have a look at what's kicking off around here. Still in the trade. We've got another. Yeah, we've got two trades on right now. One of 63 pips in profit. The other at minus 36. The price is now starting to shoot up. We're close to our stop loss of one of them. And where's the other stop loss? Yeah. More than likely better to come out that trade. Keep our profits closed now. So we came out that trade and just want to roll in our profits. The main thing is that is the point, and we'll wait for this one to be stopped out. Yeah, in fact, what we can do, we can close that trade down. Just close it now. We've got a loss, so be it. That's how it is. Okay, CAD Japanese yen. CAD Japanese yen, that is looking quite bullish for me. I'm quite excited about that. In fact, that's looking very tasty indeed. And had we taken our trade at that point, we would probably be in. But what we can do now, we can actually buy 20, put it on a stop loss here. Let's just submit it. We're going to be kicked in that trade anyhow. Pretty damn sure about that. And let's put that as an entry. Right? Attach stop loss, bring it all the way down to about here. Let's put it on the bid price. That's 52 points. In fact, we'll have to move that up a bit. Okay, so we're looking for an entry there at 93.405, and we're going to take the stop loss at 92.877. Okay, yeah. Swiss Japanese yen. Let's have a look what's kicking on for the Swiss Japanese yen. We're putting an entry at 113.875, and that would be a good location for an entry to occur. So let's just do that, keep that in there, and let's put that on 20. Let's just buy, buy 20, put that up for stop, keep that in place, and let's submit that. So that's where we're going to be for that. I'll put that on the bid price. Now we're doing our stop loss. And why we're taking a trade because we can see it's very bullish indeed. Only concern is that the Chicago is below the corresponding price, but our expectations is that perhaps that by the time this moves up forward, prices moved up forward, this is going to happen. Yeah, we can actually see the negative side, but until it's actually in terms of the cross below, that's the Tenkan-sen crossing below the baseline, which gives a sell side. But anyhow, that would just only push price down, and it wouldn't even activate our trade. Next is the Hong Kong Japanese yen. Hong Kong Japanese yen, we're in a trade right now, entered at 13.138, and our stop is at 13042. We're minus 3.7 pips, and so that's minus £4. Okay, we just have to wait for this to kick in because it is looking all bullish, although the Chicago now is in the price bar, should be above, but let's just see what pans out. We've got a nosedive off the Tenkan-sen on the Kyushu-sen, which probably will give a signal for short side, could kick us out the trade, to be honest to tell you. Okay, so Singapore Japanese yen, and we've got an entry at 81.366, and we've not been triggered in yet. Let's just move that down there. And our stop is at 80.578. And the last one is the South African rand against the Japanese yen, and we've been kicked in at the trade at 9.85, and price is heading down, but everything is quite bullish. If I look at the Ichimoku system, Chicago is above, Tenkan-sen Kyushu-sen is both above the Kumo. Kumo is bullish, price is above the Kumo, but currently between the Tenkan-sen Kyushu-sen, but initially it wasn't. So what we got to do is just sit and wait. In fact, what we could probably do is put our stop a little bit higher just to tighten things up. That's what we can do. So main thing is always to limit our exposure. That's our key aim. Limit our exposure. Stop. Okay, fine. So that's it. That's ICR Tiger from thetradingtigers.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.